Sierra Leone has been placed under a nationwide curfew after armed men broke into prisons, setting inmates free. Detainees from a number of major facilities were released on Sunday morning, said the West African nation's information minister. Earlier on, the gunmen had attacked a military barracks in capital city, Freetown. Residents reported hearing gunshots at the barracks, which are located close to the presidential residence. After the attack, the Ministry of Information declared an immediate curfew. Residents across the country are strongly recommended to stay indoors, and flights to and from the nation's only international airport have been cancelled. The Information Minister also stated that the assailants have been pushed back to the outskirts of Freetown. He wrote on X that the city is calm and under control of the state security forces. Major detention centers, including the Pandema Road prisons, were attacked earlier today, and in the interest of protecting civilian lives, including that of prisoners, the security forces were forced to make a tactical retreat, he says. A military source also stated that some of the gunmen, including the guard of former President Ernest Koroma, have been arrested. In the morning, there were also reports of soldiers in Freetown carrying heavy weaponry in a seized police vehicle, and saw others chanting that they planned to clean Sierra Leone. It is unclear exactly how many prisoners were released, but videos shared on social media show several people fleeing from the area of Freetown's central Pandema Road prison. One particular video appeared to show popular rapper Boss LAJ, who was imprisoned last year on robbery charges, running free. President Julius Maada Bio spoke on the resolution to protect democracy in Sierra Leone and urged citizens to stay indoors. The political situation in Sierra Leone has remained tense since June, when President Bio was re-elected, narrowly missing out on the need to have a rerun. International observers have condemned inconsistencies and a lack of transparency in the count, as well as acts of violence and intimidation. In August, a number of soldiers were arrested and accused of plotting a coup against the president. It is worthy to note that 8 countries in West Africa and Central Africa are under military rule after a series of coups, including in neighboring Guinea. The US, European Union, UK and the regional bloc ECOWAS have released statements strongly condemning Sunday's violence. Sierra Leone has seen political violence and unrest since the re-election of President Bio in June. The election was the 5th since the end of Sierra Leone's brutal 11-year civil war more than 2 decades ago, which left tens of thousands dead and destroyed the country's economy. Since his electoral victory 5 months ago, Bio continues to face criticism because of debilitating economic conditions. Nearly 60% of Sierra Leone's population of more than 7 million are impoverished, and youth unemployment is among the highest in West Africa. The unrest in Sierra Leone comes after a series of military coups that have dealt blows to democracy in the region. There have been 8 military coups in West and Central Africa since 2020, including Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Guinea.
Last time we worked on human capital development as the flagship program of our government. We got disrupted right from the onset with the advent of COVID, and of course the many shocks that we've had, exogenous shocks that have affected our economy and every other thing within the country. So what we want to do, or what I want to do for the second time, is to consolidate the gains of the past 5 years, but also my program for the second time is going to be informed by most of the challenges we've had to go through as a result of COVID-19, as a result of the crises, multiple crises that have shaped definitely the way we should do business. We had adopted a policy of radical inclusion. Radical inclusion means every child must have the means to go to school. We have removed all barriers, we have made provision, and we are catering to the needs of all the kids in Sierra Leone, so that everybody, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever your gender is, your political inclination, you have the means to go to school. And that is beginning to pay very, very well. The dividends are good and coming much earlier than I particularly expected.
You just won election. The opposition has boycotted all form of governance. They don't even want to go to parliament. They said there has to be a dialogue to resolve their concerns because they said the elections were rigged. They are calling on the Electoral Commission to release results, but they said they are disputing your victory. Now, as somebody who was declared the winner of the just recent elections, what is your response to their criticisms that no, the elections were rigged to make sure that you retain or come back to power? You have been sworn in as the president of Sierra Leone, but they are still disputing your victory. Your response to that?
The authority mandated by our constitution is the National Electoral Commission that declares the election victory. Mm-hmm. That has always been the case. And they are asking for a different thing today. They believe that the international community should come and declare who has won the election. The election was conducted in a free, fair, and transparent manner. But elections everywhere have never been without disputes. These are highly contentious issues everywhere in the world, including in the United States here. So if we have any problem, we all know that the courts are the best place to go. They have refused to go to the court because they don't have no locus. They don't have anything to present to the courts. Why are they going elsewhere and talking? Go to the courts. That was what I did when they said I lost the election. They rigged the 2012 election. The counting was still ongoing when they declared the election. And when we asked them, they said, go to the police. We have not rigged the election. It was declared. I was declared the winner.